factory Ducati team, of course, next year to give what will surely be a major headache to Pecco Bagnaia in 2023. Brad Binder's having a stunning late charge here on the factory KTM. He was another outstanding performer, wasn't he? A Sunday man in every sense of the phrase, wasn't he? Last time out in Phillip Island, the South African came through from way down the grid. He was pretty much half a second to a second off the pace in every session last weekend, Brad Binder, but he rocked up on Sunday when it truly mattered and had a great ride, only half a second away.
Pace here. He does go to the top of 1:59.479 for Brad Binder, so he will top free practice one. I did see him shaking his head a bit earlier in the session when he couldn't get that KTM stopped into turn 9, but it ends with the South African top. So it's a KTM from a Honda and a Ducati, your top three, with the Suzuki of Mir fourth. Can he still change that on his final lap of the session?
So Binder into the mid-159s, and we've now got quite big gaps throughout this field. Binder nearly 10th and a half clear of Marquez, who in turns just over a quarter of a second then ahead of Bastianini in third place. Half a second just over covers the top 6, and then a big gap between Rins and Quartararo of half a second. Don't think Fabio Quartararo has had new tyres fitted to his factory Yamaha. Fabio Di Antonio's had a real tough recent run. He was last over the line 5 days ago in Phillip Island. That's a bit of a morale boost for the Italian, up into 8th place ahead of Marini and Bezzecchi. Bagnaia slips down to 11th place, but we didn't see Bagnaia go out on the brand new rubber at the end of that session as well. He's completed 15 laps on the factory Ducati.
So Alex Rins potentially could join his teammate inside that top 5. Rins is currently in 6th. He's just exiting the final corner as we look out of our commentary box window and waiting for the Suzuki to cross the line, and he crosses the line in 2nd place. So it's Binder from Rins at the end of this free practice one session. Martin, who's one of the first to go for new tyres, he's not going to improve on this final lap. So the top 6 riders, we can say, looking on the standings from this session, did throw a new tyre at it in that session. Quartararo in 7th, the first rider not to go for new rubber, and you can see the effect because he ended up a second slower than this man, Brad Binder, who tops free practice 1.
Yeah, great job then by Brad Binder, charging through to 10th place, wasn't he, at the checker flag in Australia, but he was just over 5 seconds away from the victory in what was our second closest top 10 in MotoGP history. It was our 10th closest top 15 as well. So many records were smashed in a